Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, but also how we're going to fix it together. And the content that I'm about to show you is literally multiplying on how bad this is for the left, their progressivism, their wokeism, and Kathy Hochul in New York, because the feds, as in ICE, Immigration Services, just came in and arrested those squatters that we covered on the show last night that New York City let go. This is bad, people. You know that story with guns, drugs, children, squatting. You know that whole story? Everything is about to come a-tumbling down. And this is example after example after example of exactly why we do what we do. Because the gun rights fight that we have done day in and day out against Hochul in the battlefield trenches between gun rights and gun control is bleeding out into politics mainstream, and Trump is now picking this up. Watch this video. Everything will be linked. I can't wait to hear what you guys think in the comments field. And of course, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell on. And this content is made possible by our sponsor for the week, American Hartford Gold. I'm going to show you an excerpt from them, and then we are going to hit this, and I can't wait to hear your thoughts on the other side. The content today is brought to you by American Hartford Gold. And brothers and sisters, with everything popping off around the world, wars cracking off, we've got inflation issues, we've got stock market volatility, we have cash concerns, we have oil concerns. It's a good time to take a look and at least know your options with American Hartford Gold. They are dedicated to offering gold, silver, platinum coins and bars for your investing needs. Whether you want to do it delivered to your door or you want an IRA, Roth IRA, 401k, TSP, they've got options. This is something you guys should check out. At American Hartford Gold, they aim to educate clients about investments in the precious metal industry, strive to provide unparalleled customer service built on trust, integrity, and absolute transparency, while holding a goal of achieving 100% customer satisfaction. Click the link in the description or call 844-727-3199. That's 844-727-3199 or text Langley to 65532. Again, that's 844-727-3199 or text Langley to 65532. All right, beautiful people. There's something that we have to address before we get into how bad this is for Hochul, leftism, wokeism, New York City, Democrats, Biden, all of it. It's all tied together. When we first started talking about political content on this channel, when the channel started growing into something that it was not before, it was all based around the premise of standing up together and passing the blessing of the Second Amendment along to the next generation, and that we have a bigger impact than they would like us to think that we have. Let me know in the comments if you remember when we started that. And that has been the guiding ethos of this channel going forward. Now, Kathy Hochul through New York has infringed upon our rights over and over and over again on a national basis, and it has inspired multiple gun control laws, like sensitive places, for example, across the nation in blue bastions. Well, those types of gun control laws also happen to partner with woke policies, with progressive policies. They're all kind of intertwined together in a big ball of communism. That was for Tim on Second Legacy. But the big thing that's important is as we fought this and fought this and fought this and fought this, we become able to go on the offense when we see things like the report that I just covered last night around the immigrants under sanctuary city status who were caught with guns and drugs and then let out the next day after they railed on our gun rights over and over and over again. That's the key here. Check this out, because like I said, the feds just took a move on this. Feds bust 3 migrants after raiding New York City home of gun-toting, drug-dealing squatters just a day after the Post report on Bronx chaos. This was released today. They broke in on Wednesday. All right. You're making a massive difference, okay? I'm going to play you 2 clips from Hochul, tie this whole thing back to what we're talking about, her policies, and then show you the outcome of what you are doing has on the broad stream politics. Check this out. Here's a short snippet, 2 real short ones from Hochul when she was talking about the officer who was slain by the fugitives who were let out and out and out again. Check this out.
Understandably, there's anger about how these individuals who commit crimes over and over are back out on the streets again.
It's because of their policies. And then she said that they did this. Listen to this.
That's one of the reasons we worked hard with the legislature last year to change the bail laws so the judges have more discretion. And, you know, there's a lot of complicated factors here, but I totally understand the outrage of the family. I do, and we're working hard to keep crime down.
She understands the outrage, and the judges have discretion. Keep that in mind. The judges have discretion from the laws that she and her legislator passed. They are woke. They are progressive. They are far left Democrat bastion to the extremes. There are also those extremes on gun rights, all right? Because the very people who you just saw were caught with this image right here. 3 or 4 guns, illegal immigrants under sanctuary cities squatting and selling drugs. They were let out, all 7 of them, by the judges that Hochul said have discretion under her policies. Understand how massive this is, not just for the gun rights portion of this, which we've been like bloodhounds on, but how it's trickling out into politics broad. That is the key importance to understand the massive impact you're making, all right? Now let me show you what Trump said about this because it bled out into the general politic and he's picking it up. Check this out.
In addition, I will take aggressive action to end radical Democrat lunacy known as squatters' rights. They want to squat into your house. There's now an epidemic of illegal squatters throughout our country. They're trying to steal American homes by exploiting Marxist laws in Democrat-run cities. I mean, they're actually going into a house and you can't get them out. That's in Democrat-run. It's not working in Republican-run cities. That's why, as president, I will establish a federal task force to use every authority that we have at our disposal to end squatting in America. Squatting's a big deal. It sounds like a little bit of a weird topic, but it's not. It's a very bad thing. When you go home and there's somebody in your house and they won't get out and you bring the law enforcement and the law enforcement says, I can't do anything. If your constitutional rights have been violated, we will defend you. If you have illegal aliens invading your home, we will deport you. We will not allow your homes to be taken from you in any way, shape, or form. We will stop the plunder, rape, slaughter, and destruction of our American suburbs, cities, and towns.
I mean, how do you feel about it, Trump? But genuinely, understand the point that I'm trying to land here. And as always, you guys, let me know this plane landing, okay? I got to make sure this plane lands. The fight that we've been every single day while a lot of people have been asleep is related to this. We are hardened. We are the veterans in this political fight that are going to come into the political mainstream and just go ham because we know what they've been up to. We know their tactics. They practice them on us more than anybody else. And now you're seeing Trump come out hard against squatters in the news cycle of Hochul going out there and trying to be on defense about the crime-ridden city that is New York City. Let me show you a few of the things that were released from the ICE raid that just happened. Federal agents arrested 3 people during a Wednesday raid at a Bronx home, a group of gun-toting, drug-dealing migrant squatters, as immigration authorities moved to deport one of the crew busted at the troublesome house. The raid by Homeland Security came a day after the Post reported on the chaos the squatters brought since they took over the multifamily dwelling, ending with the 8 migrants busted on gun and drug charges last week, and then they were let out. Now understand, while all of this stuff is circling around this story, the New York City police and authorities there did not help ICE. They didn't report them to ICE because they're a sanctuary city. ICE, as in the feds, had to go into New York City, do this completely by themselves because New York City, under the judicial review that she was talking about and their discretion, let them back out on the streets. Drug dealers who had guns, who they tell us on the New York side that those are the bane of all existence, against all their gun laws, they're let out for free. What's that about? They're not supposed to be here legally, and they're squatting. You're opening the doors for national candidates like this to just run amok, but because the left is beholden to their policies, to the woke, they can't jump off of it. They cannot alternate their messaging. That's why you're seeing what you're seeing. I got one more thing for you, but I'm really trying to drive home how important the gun rights veterans are to this fight, because this is big. A spokesperson for the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement Agency confirmed the raids, but wouldn't give specific information about what agents were looking for. Meanwhile, the man arrested on gun charges last week arrived back at the house and told the Post that he planned on moving out. "I'm moving," he said. "They tricked me into living there." So one of the guys is actually leaving because he wasn't caught by ICE. When you look at everything that we've looked at day in, day out, the gun charges that they never got in a gun control city, which are apparently only meant for legal citizens who get pinched on gun charges carrying something, you've got extended magazines here. violation of New York law. You've got ghost guns, violation of New York law. You've got immigrants who have guns, federal law. You have immigrants who have guns in New York City, New York law. And they're out on the street. All the while, they're preaching the fact that guns make our country less safe and you're evil for having your gun rights, and they're letting this literally out the door. The optics of this are what's going to defeat them. They may not lose in the deepest, bluest bastions, but everywhere else that's happening in America, they're all watching it, and everyone sees it. That's why Trump feels comfortable enough to go up there in Wisconsin, completely unrelated to New York, and make that campaign speech. And that's what I've got for you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below if I landed that plane, and I'll see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.